I OD on my seasonings, okay? I love a lot of flavor, especially my little sodium seasonings, like my basil, like my fresh green and stuff like that. So I just give a little squirt of that. That was your Italian herb. Next, I'm going to go in with the cilantro. I fell in love with using a lot of green seasonings, the rosemary, the thyme, basil, dill, parsley. Like, I'm so big on it. Like, anything that I cook, you will see green herbs. I don't care what it is. You will see the green herbs in whatever I'm cooking. Like, I just have to incorporate that. I think, and this is the roasted garlic paste, okay? I think that a lot of people has became prone to salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. No. Oh, seasoning salt. Yeah, no. Yeah, you got to do a little bit more than that, baby. All right. Let me show you. I know it was upside down, but let me show you it so it can be the sofrito. I forgot how my camera is, so it looks a little upside down. And then, okay, the minced garlic. And then I add 2 packets of Sazón adobo. Not adobo, I'm sorry. The Sazón adobo is a different seasoning. And this is what it looks like. This is the Sazón by Goya. I add that on everything. Sorry, North Philly. That's all we know is Sazón. If you grew up in a mixed, neighborhood with Hispanics, I love my Sazón. And then I'm going to go in with some paprika. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of seasoning salt. So when you season things, I like to coat the top of everything. I'm not like, oh, a teaspoon of this. Sorry. I'm just more so coating. This is basil. Okay. Even though I did a little squirt of basil, I'm going to add a little bit more basil. All right. I'm going to go in with some parsley. Like I said, when I season my food, I coat everything. Make sure it's on all, covering the top of everything. And when I'm like frying and stuff like that, or salmon, I season both sides. But because this, I'm boiling, everything is going to basically, all the seasoning is going to be incorporated in the broth anyway. So it's not like it's going to be missing anything. But if I was like pan frying or baking, I always season my meat or seafood on both sides. So my poultry and my seafood on both sides. This is oregano. All right. Like I said, you want to cover the top. All right. My black pepper. Okay. Then this is your herbs de Provence. Okay. This is a bunch of different green herbs mixed together. All right, my broth is starting to boil. I always put that on a low boil. This is my thyme. Okay, I use my thyme leaves, dry thyme leaves. All right, and then we have our rosemary. Then we have our onion powder. Like I said, you want to coat the top. Coat the top. Can't go wrong with that. Then we have your seasoning, sea salt. Sorry, not seasoning salt. Our sea salt, we put a little bit of that. Then we put our garlic powder. Season the top. We have our dill, okay? You want to put a little bit of that. And even though I did paste, even though I use a lot of greenery, I still go in with my Italian seasoning. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot go wrong with green seasonings, okay? So our broth is over here boiling at a low boil. I put a glove on. Okay, we have a glove, and then I just mix that around, okay? I mix. Make sure I'm getting all of the chicken breast. Look at the seasoning. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Nothing but herbs. And when I say it smells so good, it smells so good, okay? So You want to get this mixed all in here. Remind you guys, I already cleaned my chicken breast before placing it in a bowl. I removed all of the fat that was visible on the chicken breast. And then you just want to rub it down. Okay, you want to make sure no white that was on your chicken breast is noticeable. All right. So you want to massage that in. Massage that in. All right. And then I'm going to place my chicken breast into the pot of boiling chicken broth. I let it boil high for about 5 minutes, and then I turn it down to the lowest. I mean, the lowest possible on the stove, which would not on melt because I have an electrical stove, but just a little, like a notch over melt. And I let this cook for about 3 hours. I literally let the chicken breast cook for about 3 hours, and then I remove it. I take the chicken broth and I jar that up and I freeze it, okay? Where you could use the chicken broth for anything. If you're going to make soup, if you're going to use it for a base, like with my collard greens, my vegetables, I use broth. I don't add water. So, some people use like turkey broth or turkey stock. I could use chicken. And then if I have like the smoked turkey neck to incorporate in the broth to let it cook or whatever, I'll do that. But you could reuse the chicken broth, like, and then it's going to be filled with more flavors because you're incorporating your chicken into the broth, okay? So I'm going to take these bad boys right here. I'm going to enter it into the broth, okay? Just give me 1 second. Let me move the pot over because I do not have I don't have a stand right now to like move things around and stuff like that. So I'm just going to bring the broth over so you guys can see, this is what I've been having boiled. Like I said, it's just the bay leaf, chicken broth, and I added some chicken bouillon into the mixture, okay? So I'm going to take my chicken breast and I'm going to place these bad boys in there, okay? Just like that. And then I take whatever leftover seasonings I have and I just scoop it right in there. All right, scoop that right in there. All right, now I take my pot and I'm taking it over to the stove. All right, I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit more. All right, turn the heat up just a little bit more. And then you're going to start to see that boil. All right, so you want to make sure your chicken is deep down in there, okay? And then you want to let this boil on high for about probably 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm going to turn it down and then let it slow cook for about 3 hours. And then I'll show you the finished project. I'll shred the chicken up after it's done and cool down a little bit. I shred it up. I do not incorporate any seasonings, but a little bit of pepper, a little bit more pepper, a little bit more sea salt, and celery seed. I do incorporate celery seed with my shredded carrots, cut up diced celery, and my mayo. When you do your mixture, you want to make sure that it's like a snowball, the consistency. You don't want the mixture to be too runny. You don't want it to be too stiff, but you want to be just like, if you was to scoop it on a spoon, it won't fall right away, but it will fall. That's the texture of the chicken salad, okay? Here go, I made a little bit of chicken salad the other day. Here go my chicken salad on ciabatta. Sorry, I was eating, but do you see the ingredients? You can see the herbs in this chicken salad, okay? You see that? You see that? And I have a little bit of mozzarella on there. So, yes, that's how my chicken salad usually look. But I will show you guys once everything is done. Bye.